Good afternoon. My name is David Olberdane and I'm the instructor here at the Mel Soul Golf School. And today is Short Game Saturday, October 14th, 2017. And what I want to talk to you about today is a little bit of a hybrid shot. It's not a full-blown chip, it's not a full-blown pitch, kind of like something halfway in between. So it's almost like a little bit of a hybrid. So with that, I've had students as well, like when they pitch, sometimes they'll tend to overcock the wrist too early on the backswing. Feels like there's too much motion and they can't be real consistent with maybe a 10 to 12, 15 yard little pitch. And so what I recommend for them, and I hit this shot a lot myself, is a chip shot would be way back in the stance, like a chip and run. You'd have 70–80% of the weight on the front. And you kind of forward lean and de-loft the shaft. You'd lean the shaft and de-loft the face. Now in this condition, we don't want to really do that quite so much. So I'd play the ball more in the center and not near as much forward lean. But then what I call it is a little bit of a Steve Stricker feel in the wrist. So it's pretty well known if you watch TV that they'll talk about Steve Stricker where he doesn't really cock his wrist much on the backswing or coming through. So it's more of a body shot, minimizing the wrist on both the backswing and the follow through. So I like to say come back and feel like there's just a tiny bit of wrist hinge and then not much of a rehinge. And so it won't go as high as your normal pitch, but it won't go as low as your normal chip, kind of halfway in between. So in my case, I like to use a sand wedge of 56, and I usually like to land it about 15 feet short of the hole. And so I know that I'm going to get some rollout on it. And so I take a couple of practice swings, put the weight on the front side, like maybe 2/3 of my body weight, and I just practice. Steve Stricker, Steve Stricker. So for me, that means a little bit of a wrist hinge on either side. So it's more of a body shot, taking the wrist out of it. So I'll practice once, twice, just brushing the ground, come up to the shot, and what I call Steve Stricker. Boom, boom, and then there's the roll out. So for my own personal game, it's one of my favorites. Again, it's not a lot of moving parts, simple, but do expect a little bit of rollout on this shot. Okay, hopefully that'll be a help to you, and I'll see you here at Paulie's Plantation. Thank you.